Alright, hey everyone, this is our first new video of new topics. I know we did probability already, but we never got to predicting outcomes. So that is our purpose of this video. We're going to do 2 videos for this topic. Both are under 5 minutes, so our goal is just to get you to understand a little bit about predicting and practice a little bit within the videos. So we'll be using Edpuzzle for you to practice a little bit within the video. So make sure that you familiarize yourself with that program. So our first thing we're going to focus on here is just examples, because I think that's the best way for you to learn this topic. So here we have members of the marching band. They are selling cookie dough. This is a very important number here. 60 students. So that is actually this table. If you add all them together, it adds up to 60. So that's why it is in table form, because it's all different students within those 60. So they survey 60 students at random to determine their favorite type of cookie. So down here, what percent of the students prefer sugar cookies? So the first thing you think about, is we know that it's out of 60 for all of the percent questions, because that is how many total students there are. So remember, the total goes on the bottom. Now the top number is just reading the table. So how many students like sugar cookies? Well, that's right down here. This is our 18. All right, so about 18 out of 60 students prefer sugar cookies. But remember, that is not a percent, that's our fraction. So if you actually forgot how to change something to a percent, we can use our division key on our calculator. So we have 18 divided by 60. That gives me 0.3. Now, if you forgot how to change that to a percent, we just take 0.3 times 100, and that becomes my percent. So about 30% of the students prefer sugar cookies. So that is how we actually get that answer. So what percent of the students prefer chocolate chip or peanut butter cookies? Now, this is a little more trickier. You have to think about, in the table, how many like chocolate chip and how many like peanut butter, and add them together. So here we have chocolate chip and we have peanut butter. Add them together, that gives me 33. Still out of 60, because that is how many students are still in the survey. And we type that in our calculator and we get our answer. So let's see, 33 divided by 60 is 0.55. If you multiplied that by 100, we would get 55% of those students like chocolate chip or peanut butter cookies. 55%. All right, this last part here is the actual prediction part, so make sure that you pay close attention here. So if the band orders 500 tubs of cookie dough, how many tubs of sugar cookie dough should they order? Well, this table up here, we're actually going to use this data to kind of predict how many they should order. So remember, we originally surveyed 60 students, so we know that is still going to be our first comparison fraction, because we can use what we know to make predictions. So we have 60 on the bottom. How many of them liked that sugar cookie? Remember, it's up here. Here's our sugar cookie, 18. Well, we're trying to find, if we ordered 500 tubs, because we're comparing it with that original 60 students who were surveyed, how many of those tubs, of those 500 tubs, should be sugar cookie dough. So we have a proportion here. You can actually cross multiply if you forgot how to do that. 60 times x and 500 times 18. Divide by my 60 and I get 150, and that means that if we were to order 500 tubs of cookie dough, 150 of those should be sugar cookies. All right, so stay tuned to the next video where we go into a couple more examples, and then we'll be done with this topic.